Hello everybody, my name is Drake, or NoBSNutirition on YouTube. I am a certified personal trainer, and I am also a certified nutrition coach. I can help you with your fitness goals, losing body fat, building muscle. I understand the process. For over here on these pictures, I used to be overweight my whole life. I just got started my fitness journey at age 13 and started losing the body fat. Over here in this photo, I had an eating disorder, so I was at 144. But then I woke up and became healthier overall and became stronger. So I know how people in the fitness world does lies and talk about miscommunicate things, etc. But for me, I will talk about the truth and nothing but the truth. And you probably hear it a bunch of times. But instead of just trying to hear this from me, trying to understand my videos, trying to look at the content that I am watching, mindful, starting straight, look at them and see if I'm correct. You can fact check me, you can do my research. If I'm wrong, I'll be honest if I'm wrong. So just letting you know. So I do understand where people are coming from when they're doing 2 hours of cardio and thinking that's how to lose body fat, which is not the case. I believe strength training is the way to lose body fat, and cardio is total BS. So if you want trying to get personal training with me, just go in the description below, or nutrition coaching if you're curious, or if you need any help or you have any questions, just email me or put it in the comments. Of course, in the comment below, don't try to write me a whole essay, but make it short and simple, and I can try to help you with the questions I know and during your situation. So yeah, let's get into the video. So hello everybody, you just saw my ad, and today we're going to talk about 4 ways to get tone. I don't really like the word tone, but that's how people communicate in the fitness world, some of them. And I guess tone refers of how shredded you are or how lean you are. That's very a big word. How lean you are, how lean. So yeah, I guess so. So we're going to get into the first topic, is pretty much get better sleep. Everybody has a lack of sleep, most of the people. You might work as an office person or a busy nurse, etc., but you need to focus on sleep, prioritize sleep. Sleep is like telling the body to build anything, to lose anything, If you don't have gas in the car, let's say, this analogy, if you don't have gas in the car, how are you going to make the car go? Sleep is the same thing, you can use stimulus, you can use things that are not technically gas, but it makes the car go, yes. But at the same time, that's only going to affect it way long term, and how would I say this, F you in the long term. So you need to figure out the best way to try to prioritize sleep and trying to get consistent rest so you can build that muscle mass and lose that body fat. Without those factors, you'll be on the treadmill probably 2 to 3 hours thinking you're doing something good, putting all that work in, but your sleep is actually lacking, and you're ruining your hormones by doing that. You can't tell the car to go if you don't have the gas in the tank. So you have to keep that in mind. Drake, how should I prioritize sleep? How should I focus on sleep? There's many ways to focus on sleep. You can turn off your phone for an hour. You can not eat for 3 hours until you go to bed. You can not drink liquids 2 hours before you go to bed. You can wear blue light blocking glasses. But if you can't do all that, what I would suggest are 2 things. Trying to limit technology use or use blue light blocking glasses before, let's say an hour or 2 before bed or something like that. Also, another thing I would say is trying to, go over your sleep schedule. So meaning trying to put more hours into your sleep. So if you're gonna sleep at, let's say you're gonna sleep for 8 hours, right? Trying to go to sleep 9 hours. Just because of that hour, you're gonna stay up. It's probably gonna take you time to fall asleep. You're probably gonna wake up at the middle of the night. So that extra hour will button that time between, so you can get better quality sleep to build that muscle mass and lose that body fat over time. And if you don't have that extra time to button the time that you would wake up, you probably get 7 to 6 hours, not 8. So it's a lot of concerns about sleep, but that's the only way to build muscle mass and to get healthier overall. Now, number 2, focus on protein intake. Protein intake is the most important thing to actually build muscle and lose body fat. If you're not building muscle and you're doing nothing but cardio and lowering your calories, like taking Ozempic and not eating enough protein, you're not going to retain muscle mass. Drake, why do I care about muscle mass? Well, typically, lack of muscle mass will lead to weight loss. You know, people say I'll lose 30 pounds on the scale. Yes, but your body fat percentage are even worse than before, and your body your fat percentage is actually down. Your muscle percentage is actually down. Your fat percentage is actually up because your muscle percentage is down. So you might look different, you know, smaller. You lose weight on the scale, but you don't got the tone look you're trying to look for than before. You know, you have less muscle mass. So Drake, why do you want to build muscle mass? That's the answer. You want more muscle mass to lose that body fat. It will make it way easier overall, and make sure that all the work you're putting in will have a result that you like. That's pretty simple. And also, protein has many other effects like building better habits. So instead of eating more processed foods like cupcakes, pizza, stuff like that processed, you have a less likely to overeat on those, and there you go, that can result in fat loss already. So you don't have to do extra work. Protein is the most satisfying macronutrient, so that's also another reason. That's really it. It's really cheap on calories, so if you calorie tracking or macro tracking, you can eat a lot more protein. It won't affect your body as much as eating a surplus of calories. So if you eat a surplus of calories of protein, that might potentially to muscle mass. That might go to muscle mass. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So Drake, how much protein should I eat? I would say just eat 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you're a little bit obese, try to find your lean mass. If you can't find your lean mass of muscle when you're like 300 pounds or even more, then just eat 0.8 grams or maybe a little bit less, maybe 200, 150 grams, depending on your body weight that you want to go to. So your goal body weight. For me, I eat 200 grams of protein because I'm 200 pounds. It's simple, math's sake, right? And typically clients are not going to eat 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein, or they might eat less of their target initially, but that's the point. That's why we aim higher, so if you eat less, at least you're close to that goal. So 30 grams maybe, at least you're close to 200. So you're at 170, trying to get 200, there you go. So very simple. So trying to focus on that to build muscle mass and lose body fat and make it easier on yourself. Number 3, focus on strength training and building muscle. This is the most important thing that I don't see people doing. The reason why, because unfortunately the miscommunication and the false communication as well of the fitness community. When they try to explain things and try to do these fad things, they don't communicate that you need build muscle to lose fat. Drake, why do I want to build muscle to lose fat? I can just go on a cardio machine and burn more calories. Well, it is true, you're going to burn more calories with doing cardio, but in the long term, calories actually adapt. Burning calories will adapt, probably 2 weeks or so. So if you're doing nothing but cardio, the same cardio over on treadmill, even if you're not doing the same amount of cardio, but doing a lot of cardio, let's say 20,000 steps or etc., doing things that takes a lot of cardio, you will burn less calories and possibly pare down muscle. And the result of paring down muscle, you might lose weight, but it's bad because you're losing muscle mass. And now your body fat percentage is going higher. Instead, we can actually do an anabolic sign to make muscle and to actually lose body fat overall instead of catabolic. Burning calories is catabolic and building muscle is anabolic. So if you want to burn more calories in the long term, like the investment, so you compounding interest, which is muscle mass, you will build more muscle. It will make it easier fat loss and speed up the process than going on a cardio machine that takes time throughout your day to actually do. Keep that in mind as well. So if you're busy, you don't have an hour to 2 hours a day with cardio. But with strength training, you got 3 times a week, at least 45 minutes for most people. And you have to consider the other factors of cardio. Cardio is not just on a treadmill doing a lot of physical activity. Cardio is your daily job. So if you're a nurse and getting 10,000 steps a day, that's cardio. If you're doing strength training. Strength training is not, burning calories, lifting weights, and doing cardio at the same time. Strength training is focused on rest periods, so I would recommend starting strength to focus on rest periods, building muscle. It's in the name. You're starting and you're trying to get stronger. Starting strength. So focus on them. MyPub has many other programs about building muscle, building strength. You can try MAPS Anabolic to build that muscle mass over time. That's the best way to do so. It's many other places like that, but honestly, I just focus on the 4-pound lifts, bench squat, deadlift, or maybe even 2. You just need two times a week to build muscle mass. You don't need a lot. So I would say if you're starting off, just bench squat, trying to get strong in those movements. and over time your metabolism is going to probably stick to 2,000 calories all the way to 3,000 calories for a male, and for a woman all the way to 1,500 calories. It might go up to 2,500 calories, 2,300 calories. So you really want to build that metabolism up so you can lose that body fat in the long term. So don't think faster is better. It's actually slow is better overall. The Goldilocks zone, my public to say. Now, number 4, this is kind of hard. This is kind of easier said than done, but this is kind of easier said than done. Yeah, I said it right. But number 4 is pretty much get less stress. I know it's very hard to not get stressed, but if you're typically above 40, 30 years old and you're holding a lot of stress in your body, that can really blunt the way you can lose body fat. You know, if you're trying to build muscle and you're telling the body you're stressed, you know, if you even like, you know, you just got in a divorce, or, you know, you got in a fight, or you have a lot of work at your job, or even the small things like, okay, you're mad on the road because someone cut you off, that can build a lot of stress. And even though you might say you can handle it, your body can't handle it. And what the body does in a stressful situation, because this goes back to ancient times when you're probably starving or trying to find food, and the body's stress is trying to keep body fat high and keep body fat overall because it's trying to survive. That's what you feel in the body. Of course, you're not starving, but that's what you tell the body. That's what you tell the body to do in that stressful situation or stressful times you got in your life. So what you're gonna do to counter that is to try to have good sleep, because bad sleep is correlated to bad stress. Try to have better sleep. Try to maybe get a therapist if you want, or try to focus, have a religious practice, have a goal in mind, trying to write it down, do stuff that will make you less stressed overall so you can get the things that you want to. If you don't do that, it's going to make it very difficult, it's going to be very challenging, and if you don't think so, you can try it. But then you'll reach a plateau or a roadblock up ahead saying, what can I do next? But then you just spin your wheels over and over. You're probably going to do more cardio. Then after that, you're reaching a catabolic, and then you're losing muscle mass and becoming smaller on the scale, but actually becoming fatter with body fat percentage. So you just have to keep that in mind overall, and what you really want out of this program or this situation you're trying to do, or any of that sort. What I would suggest is build muscle, get good sleep, you know, have a good diet. It's just the basics. It's really simple. Try to make it as simple as humanly possible, because in training, simplicity is always better than hard. You could work hard at your job, you could work at anything, most of everything hard in life and get what you want, but in training, this is completely different. Your body cannot keep up your mental. And even working hard in any day job will have a stress on your body as well because of the stress correlated. So just keep that in mind. This is pretty much for it. Today's video. I'm done. If you have any comments or questions below, please, please type away. We'll let you answer any questions. Make sure it's not too long, so I don't have to write a paragraph, please. If you want to write me specific questions, you can write me in my email, be private. If you still want, nutrition coaching or personal training online, or I actually work at the Destiny Fitness in Macon, I can put a Google Maps right there. If you want to stop by and see what I'm doing as personal training wise and nutrition coaching, stop by please. You can see me in person. So thank you guys. This is NoBSNutirition on YouTube or Drake. Goodbye.